So welcome back, or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. This is day 24 of Ignite Rib Cage. So we're going to mobilize and move our rib cage. It's been really lovely this morning doing that already for me. And so knees will be a thing in this one. So if anything's going on with your knees, leave one leg long, find a way to maybe put a blanket underneath your knees when we're kneeling. Mind your knees. And then if you've got something going on with your shoulders, as always, mind your shoulders. So come rest into a child's pose. Come. So your knees are bent and your chest is resting, or your belly's resting down onto your thighs. And just wiggle yourself down. And just find a way of settling and folding deeply onto your mat. Dropping your head if that feels comfortable. I'm going to support my head because otherwise I sound like Darth Vader. So just really settling in, appreciating the sensations of belly and thigh contact, appreciating the sense of the opening of the back of your body. And so every time you inhale, just feel that steady creep of the breath into your back. The movement between your back and your rib cage. No, your back and your t-shirt, your rib cage and the spaces between them. Sometimes I almost feel like they pop and stretch as I breathe, as I expand into them here. Letting your shoulders widen. Let your bum drop towards your heels. Nice. And then come forward onto your hands and knees. And then rounding your back. Arching your back. Rounding your back. Arching your back. And as you move, notice how your whole spine is connected. I'm pushing into my hands. The front of my feet are pushing into the floor. My breath is lengthening and connecting into the movement. Nice. Tuck your toes under, push back into your downward dog. And just have a sense of playful movement into your body. How would you move your shoulders, your hips, your spine? Connect into your feet. Engage and activate your hands. Nice. Bring both knees to the floor And then walk your hands one handprint forward from where they are. And then rock your bum back, drop your forehead down, and you're imagining that your bum is going to come to your heels. And then rock forward so your hips come forward a little bit towards the floor. Sitting back, lengthening back, and then come forward. And as you move, keep a sense of engagement into the deep lower belly. So I'm feeling that I'm drawing that lowest part of my belly back towards my spine. And so as I sit back, I have a sense of powerfully pulling back through my belly. And then as I rock forward, I have this deep sense of stability and lengthening through the front of my belly. One more time. Nice. Super. Bring your right knee forward. Come into zigzag, or whichever version of this that you do. So zigzag is where both knees are bent. Both knees are pointing towards the right. And then bend your right elbow and reach your right hand up towards the ceiling and lean a little bit over towards the left. So I'm lengthening into my rib cage. Bring your right hand down, bring your right elbow down, and then sweep your left hand forward in front of you like elephant, and then bring your left arm long beside your ear. You can turn to look towards the ceiling if your neck feels comfortable. Nice. Sweep your hand back in front of you, bend your right elbow, reach up towards the ceiling. Hand comes down, elbow comes down, sweep your left arm over your ear. So begin to flow. Bend your right elbow, reach it up, lean towards the left. Elbow comes down, sweep your left hand in front of you, maybe look towards the ceiling. One more time. Up. Elbow comes down, sweeping across. So staying here, your right elbow's on the floor, your left arm is beside your ear. Turn to face your right hand and bring the blade of your left hand to the floor. Drop your head lower. Go sideways. Bend your elbow towards your hip. Lengthen your arm. Turn your face and bring the blade of your left hand to the floor. Sideways. Bend your elbow. Reach down. Drop your head. And as you move, really appreciate the power of your shoulders. The connectivity of your rib cage. Last time, bend your elbow, reach long. Bring your blade of your hand down. And then come all the way up. Come into your cat pose. Push back into your downward dog. Have a bit of a wiggle. Finding that sense of length, connection through your whole body. Really like that idea of being playful in your body as you move, as you connect. Nice. Knees to the floor. Change. Bring your left knee forward and come sit into a zigzag to the left. So both knees are facing towards the left, feet are towards the right. Bend your left elbow in, reach your left hand up, and then lean your left hand over towards the right. Bring your elbow down, bring your hand down, sweep your right arm across like elephant and then beside your ear. Maybe you look up towards the ceiling. Bend your left elbow, reach it up. And what you're trying to feel, elbow comes down, sweep your right hand over, is the expression of, I always use yum and delicious and satisfaction, but yeah, look for the yum, delicious satisfaction of your rib cage moving, of that sense of leaning into the places that don't move all that much. In wellness, in wholesomeness, we're connecting, lengthening, moving. Nice. Last time, sweep your right arm over your ear and then turn towards your left hand and bring the right hand, the blade of your baby finger to the floor. Nice. Sideways, bend your elbow. As always, modify, edit, do your version of this movement. It's that question, what do I meet as I do this? And don't override your sensations. Include your sensations and modify. Nice. One more time. Bend your elbow. Reach long. Blade comes down. Nice. Both hands to the floor. Push back. Cat pose. Push back. Downward dog. Get playful again into the length of your body. Leaning back through the whole back of your body. When we were in the child's pose at the beginning, we opened into the back. And so notice that. How would you connect into the back of your rib cage as you move? Super. So the next movement is called elephant. We did a little bit of it there. We're going to do more of it. So coming up onto your knees. Again, you can have something soft underneath your knees. I'm going to turn sideways in a moment. It'll be more clear. But elephant is where you reach the right hand across. And it's like a tusk of an elephant that goes across the front of your arm. And it's like the right arm is resting over the eyeball on the right. Sweep your hand down. I typically look down as I do that, and then sweep the left arm across. And it's resting onto the side of my eye. Looking down, side. So as I lean or move towards the left or the right hand is going to hold on to the back of my thigh. And I actually push forward with the backhand. So I feel the sense of pressure into the back of my thigh, which moves my hips forward. I just feel that. So there's a sense I'm deepening as I go now. Rather than it just being in front of my body, I'm beginning to lean a bit more into it. As always, really find your wellness with your spine, your arms, your hips, your belly. Find your version. Maybe go a little bit deeper if that feels okay for you. I'm looking back towards the foot behind me. One more time each side. Super cool. Come rest into a child's pose all the way down. Reach your arms long, drop your head down. Breathe into the back of your body. How would you get bigger through the back of your body, allowing the breath to expand? How would you make your breath as smooth and steady as you can? Lengthening your exhalation. How do you smoothen your breath? Super. So come lie on the floor. Come all the way down. Landing on the floor, your belly's on the floor. And reach your arms out long in front of you. Nice. And then let your nose, your nose should touch really, really lightly. So there's no weight into my nose, but I can feel the floor beneath my nose, but there's no weight on my nose. And then lift your hands off the floor and just draw your elbows back towards your hips with your hands like hovercrafts. And then reach your hands forward, nose is floating on the floor. So just hover your elbows back, parallel to the floor. Hover your hands forward. And as you do this, how do you squeeze your elbows and shoulders as back as far as you can? And how do you reach as far as you can? Nice. You can let your nose hover a bit more high if you wish as you do this movement. Nice. So now we're going to do opposites. Reach the left hand forward and pull the right elbow back. And as you do this, both elbows go back, and then right arm forward, left elbow back. And you'll notice that your rib cage is changing shape. So both elbows are back, and then reach the left hand forward. Both elbows are back, reach the right hand forward. And then begin to exaggerate and flow into the movement a little bit more, so that as I reach, I'm reaching my right hand a little bit more towards the left. And I'm reaching my left hand a bit more towards the right. So my head is traveling from side to side a little bit. So I'm kind of have this sense of moving one way and then moving the other way. And all it is that I'm reaching across with my hand. Super. Bend your elbows, rest your head in your hands. Breath is in your belly. Rest. Nice. So both hands go forward and then pull both elbows back. And as you push your elbows back, pull them back so you lift up high. You can lengthen your arms back like Wonder Woman. Reach your arms long. Bend your elbows maybe if you want. Reach your arms back. And you're just having the sense of really opening through the front of the body, strengthening and lengthening into the back. Well, shortening into the back actually, but nice. One more time. Really have a sense of reaching and then pulling back. Nice. Cool. Drop your head on the back of your hands, shake your bum from side to side. Super. So bend both elbows so your hands are on the floor and your elbows are out to the side. Straighten your right arm long. And then bend your left knee and bring your left foot over towards the right behind you. Come back. Bend your right elbow, stretch the left arm long. Right foot over towards the left. So begin to travel. And just feel the deep of your chest and the back of your shoulders, the front of your belly, and reach your foot further and further back in wellness. Like I'm imagining that just because it's not that it's easy, but it's a movement that I can do, is where I bring my foot to my hand. Nice, one more time each side. In wellness, always, never compromising that sense of okayness in your body. Super cool, great. So come lie on your back. Just roll over onto your back, landing in, finding the floor, really connecting to this moment, your breath in your rib cage, the feeling of your spine long along the floor. And I want to shimmy a bit so I really unpack and settle the back of my body on the floor. Arms reach wide and begin to sway your knees from side to side. Nice. Next time you drop your knees down towards the right, glide your glide your left knee up in the direction of your right shoulder, and then keep everything in the same position, but try and bring your left foot back as far to the left as you can, keeping it in the air. So I had this sense of, it's like, I think this is the one we called Hatchet at one stage. It wasn't a great name, but it's like at the piston of a machine, this amazing left leg swinging back and then swinging forward. And so just feel it in your body. Feel how momentum has a sensation here, how flow, strength and stability. And just really deepen into that left hip. One more time, each direction. Super. Other side, both knees to the left, and then let your right knee travel like a piston. Yeah, I gotta find a better word. Anybody has a word that describes this movement of gliding your foot back? I really feel like, it's like one of those big oil harvesters in Texas. They have this kind of big weight that travels forward and backwards, which creates the vacuum or the suction. Anyways, that's what I feel like. I don't know what the name of that kind of machine is. An oil extractor. Just feel that. One more time. Super cool. Come all the way back to center. Bring your hands together up towards the ceiling. Push your feet down. Draw your hips up towards the ceiling. And then roll all the way down. Draw your elbows to your knees to your elbows. Feet to the floor. Rise. Bum down. Elbows and knees together. Rise. Elbows and knees together. You can lift your head off the floor. I'm not sure about the head off the floor. I'm always debating about that one. I'm like, it's good for my neck. Is it? Is this good for my neck? It's like all these instructions that I've been given over the years in different classes. And then going, really? Is that really good for me? So I'm going to leave my head on the floor. Nice. So drop your arms overhead, bring the soles of your feet together and your knees apart. And just pause there. Arms, actually, I'm going to bring my hands to my belly. That feels really resourcing. I'm going to walk my shoulders away from my pelvis. I'm going to settle my spine into the floor and soften my face and really deepen in this moment, dropping backwards. I can feel my breath into my hands. Nice. How's super duper, guys? So stay there. Saturday morning, take a moment extra. Nice. So hopefully, I think Monday morning I will have the pictures for October. Very excited. I got 2 lovely books, and yeah, they're really weaving their way through the practice that will become great. I will see. I'll see you all tomorrow, and be well, be awesome, be you. Keep listening to the deep inner voices and what they're saying to you. There's that sense of the integrity of your inner knowing. Trust it. Ciao, ciao. Slán.